Alrighty, it is Sunday, but I have to go back to Saturday really quick, so I ended up updating my journals and planners, and then I finished storyboarding chapter 24, and it actually completely fit. In fact, I think I had even more leftover paper than when I did chapter 23. It shocked me. I could have added more stuff to it, which I wish I had, but I ended up leaving it as is. So yeah. We ate lunch and then we watched the grand final. And one of the performances that we were looking forward to seeing was Suri's, and she got attacked by someone in the audience, and he ruined her performance. This was her one chance. I'm so offended for her. It made us really angry. By the end of it, Cypress came in second, which is basically all that I wanted. This is the best I've ever seen Cypress do. I mean, like the first time I started watching Eurovision, Cypress only made it up to I think it was number 16. And ever since then, they've been on and off, and I've just been watching Eurovision, and I don't really see it doing better than this. If you remember me talking about my relationship with Eleni Ferreira, that I first got into Eurovision because of Evie Adamo, but then right after Eurovision, I found out about Eleni Ferreira because YouTube recommended her to me, and I've been a fan of her since, and I've known that she's always been really super popular, so it's left me feeling like it took Eleni Ferreira to get Cyprus this far. I don't think Cyprus has ever been in second place before, so I feel like now knowing that Eleni is able to do that, I want to back out. Because now when it came down to her and Israel, I kept thinking, no, it has to be Israel because Cyprus isn't rich enough to take care of this on. Cyprus is very poor, so yeah, I didn't really see Nicosia hosting next year. So other than that, yeah. So as soon as the encore happened, Monica cut my hair. We took a shower. I got caught up with my journals and planners, and then I went back on between 5 and 6. I think it was 5, and I ended up printing out the drafts for chapter 23. I only got as far as page 8, and then I got tired. So yeah, I went to bed at 6, and then I woke up at 11:30, I think it was. And I worked on the pages, and I worked on pages 1, 2, and 3 while editing audio files. I only edited up to number 5 because I have 6 of them I have to do. And I edited all 5 of them while I was line arting, and I got tired, so I ended up stopping at 2:30. I got up at 4:30 just now, and I finished line arting pages 1, 2, and 3. I also finished editing the last audio number 5, so I figured when I go on later, I'm going to be compressing that. So that worked out. That worked out really well. And so right now I just got off the computer. Monica's making breakfast. The only thing we have to watch today is Cardcaptor Sakura. So I figured we'll save it for lunch since there isn't anything else to watch. It doesn't. The King's Avatar didn't update this week, so I don't really know when the OVAs come out. I figure they take a long time to come out. So yeah. Is there anything else? We wanted to go to Five Below, but the contest went on all the way until 4. That's usually when we go to bed. So I don't know if we're gonna try to go today. And we have things to do. I have to work on the first page of chapter 23. So I'll probably be doing that instead. Is there anything else that I can possibly talk about that later when I'm free? I have to print out the blue version of Byron's profile comic because I finished it the other day, and I also need to work on the one for chapter 4 because I finished the big spread for chapter 4s, and I guess I could just cut this page in half because I have chapter 4 and chapter 7. Chapter 4 and chapter 7's big illustration spreads side by side on one piece of paper. I can just sever it in half and then scan the side that's done. But I feel like it's a perfect opportunity to use this as a reference to finish the second half of the chapter 4 comic. So that needs to happen too. Oh, I'm tired. What else can we possibly talk about? No, I think that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Monday, but I have to go back to Sunday really quick. So I went back on at 8:30 and I completed page 1 by 9. I also set up the next video, but I didn't end up compressing it until much later. At 10:30, Monica made lunch and we stopped to watch episode 3 of the King's Avatar OVA. This was interesting. Personally, I think that Tang should have dropped out like the moment the guy was like, "I want to go again," but then she's kind of prideful herself and she doesn't really know any better. And I've always found that kind of endearing about her. 'Cause I feel like that really suits her character as being somewhat like, well, closed off. So I feel like she wouldn't know any better. And she kept going at it with this guy, and it was annoying the crowd because it was just the two of them fighting each other. And the guy was mad because he lost to her twice, I think. And then what's it called? Ye, is that his name? Ye came down there and had to like defeat the guy for her, and then he pretty much revealed who he was because he used a technique that only his character would know. And it's not surprising because like it was because of his character she wanted to even be a spearman. So I thought that was really super interesting. Monica was a little annoyed at the fact that he had to fight the guy for her, but it was she figured that it was because the guy wouldn't be satisfied unless he lost to another man. That's how she interpreted it. I figured that the guy was looking for a spectacle. The guy needed to be subdued really, really badly, and only Ye has the special like magic touch for that. I don't know, since he's supposed to be God Ye. So yeah. And then that pretty much concluded that he ended up running off with Moo to go get ice cream, and then his boss found out who he was. And I always keep wondering if Guo is supposed to be his love interest, because like I never wanted him to be, but at the same time it also seems like Moo is supposed to be his little sister figure, since he grew up with her and her brother. So I figured that's where that's supposed to go. But then like most people who read the series, the web novel, said there's no romance in it. So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it stays that way, that it stays like romanceless, because I feel like the characters are just so much more interesting without the romance element in it. Especially Yifan, he's still my favorite character. Oh god. Alrighty. After we finished eating, we ended up going straight to Target, the one on Euclid. And we looked around. We got peach drink and Tim Tams. That was mostly all we did. There was really nothing else to do or see. I'm still trying to get used to my haircut, because like I can't really tie it. I can, but I can't really. It's not really effective. Not to mention this new shampoo that we've been using, the Maui shampoo that we've been using. It doesn't make my hair feel clean. It just makes it feel like it's been soaped up and then it's still greasy. But I understand that some of these hair products are meant to keep the hair greasy because the hair is supposed to be greasy and like naturally greasy. And like for me, it just makes my hair a mess. So I feel like I need to go back to using the dandruff shampoo. I cannot live like this. I've been not using the dandruff shampoo for a month already. And like I hate how my hair constantly feels wet and greasy and looks wet and greasy. This reminds me of the time that when we tried the soaps at or the shampoos at Daiso. And speaking of Daiso, we almost went there, but we ended up just going straight from Target to Five Below across the freeway, because like it's an overpass. And we just got Monica new headphones. She went for these lavender ones from the same brand that's the current gold ones that we have for her. And the moment she picked it up, she got some disgusting red stuff on her hand. It's a good thing I carry tissues. In fact, I should replace those tissues. I should put new tissues in there. And I'm carrying a comb now in my phone purse. I carry tissues, the garage opener, a comb, and that mirror that we bought recently. Because like originally it was in her cell phone carrier, but she hasn't been bringing her cell phone with her anywhere. So I decided to bring it with me, because like she's asked me on several occasions, "Is there anything on my face?" And I've been like, "We bought a mirror for this. I shouldn't have to answer this question. I hate being faced with that question. It's just as bad as what's it called? Does this make me look good?" And it's just like, well, that's more of a matter of opinion. Oh well. So yeah. I'm thinking two things. One, if my headphones give out, which I'm currently using her old gold ones and she's using these blue ones. If my headphones give out, I want to get if the Five Below here has a full set stock, I kind of want to try to go for a full color one, because they had like two different color pink ones. I had like a light pink and a that's more like a magenta, and then like a fuchsia. And like I kind of like those, but I also feel like maybe I should just go for the black or the silver, because like they're more in abundance. There's also like a copper one and then a gold one. So the gold one's the one we got. And I feel like the black one would be the easiest one to get. I also want to try the headphones at Falas Predators before they go, because like I saw some in the back where all the hair accessories are, and they are also $5. So I was thinking about checking that out too. Okay, so after we hit Five Below, we headed straight home. There were so many bottles and cans, I could not pick any of them up because I was carrying stuff. And when I got home, I finished pages 1 and 2, just the artwork. Monica was working on page 3, and then I also finished the artwork for Byron's profile for that, so that's ready now. It looks really, really good. I wish I could show it off. I kept tweaking it because there were some aspects of it that didn't feel natural. I just kept messing with it. So, yeah. And then I ended up compressing the video, but did not finish compressing before 4 p.m. because that's when I wanted to get off. And I pretty much did all the text and everything and loaded everything by then. So yeah, I did like I expected. I got a Hetalia request. I got like the best request ever. It is literally, it just says the name of the pairing with a question mark, and that's it. That's like the best request I could possibly get. I mean, like, not to say that it's bad when people try to, try to decorate their request with a meaningless compliment. I'm sorry, all compliments just feel meaningless to me. I feel like they just feel manipulative and meaningless, which is why I don't want to see them. So like, I feel like this was best. It just was the name of the pairing in question mark. It's female, Spain, and Turkey. So like, the moment I read it, I got an image in my mind, so I scribbled something down for it. So I was working on that a little bit. I was also working on my sketch of Namazawa, and like I actually put some clothes on him. So I think that this might actually happen. I'm really excited. I don't know how many versions of him I want to do. I think I kind of want to do like I kind of want to do all his outfits, like his indoor outfit, his internal affairs outfit, and then like possibly his kiwame. But I also feel like I haven't really like decided, so I feel like I should try, but I also feel like I don't want to overdo it. I don't know, it just feels appropriate for Token Rambu. So yeah. What else did I do? So while I was still waiting for the thing to finish compressing, I also printed out Byron's profile comic so I can start working on that. I can start line arting that when I have free time, and then I can do Shasta and Marie, Domi, and Barry. Those are all done. So I'm waiting to work on those. So yeah, after that we went to bed, and I had a hard time going to sleep. I had a really hard time. I felt like I had this burst of like energy and excitement in my head. I figured it was the caffeine because I had green tea that morning, but at the same time I feel like I should have processed the caffeine by then. Okay, so after that I ended up waking up at exactly 12. I jumped up and I went straight to work on the pages. I also compressed the video at second compression, and it didn't finish until like between 3 and 4. I did not keep track of like exactly when. And I got the line art done, but I didn't have enough energy to assemble the pages, so I went back to sleep, and I woke up a little bit after 6, between 6 and 6:30. I can't really remember when. And then I rushed to complete the pages. We stopped to watch Cardcaptor Sakura, and I feel like this episode felt like a sore waste of time. I mean, like we were so busy skipping through, I didn't even see how they ended up deciding to go to the shrine to get the Firebird. It just Alright, so after that I took a break at like, I don't know if it was 7 or 7:30. All I know is that it's almost 8 right now. It's like, let me see, it's 7:57. So I'm thinking about going back on right now, loading the video, and then working on typing out the script for chapter 25 because I need to get that out. And I gave Monica 3 pages. She's doing pages 4, 5, and 6. So she's going to be working at that for the rest of the day. We also had to hit Vaughn's. We were supposed to go this morning, but we completely forgot to leave. So like, I think we're going to go after lunch. As far as I know, there's nothing to watch after lunch. So we're considering trying Hinamasari, but I don't see it sticking. Is there anything else? I also need to do the storyboard for chapter 25, but I don't know what order I'm going to be doing any of these things in, so I'm going to try to get all those things done. Alrighty then. That's as much as I can think of. I cannot think of anything else to say. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Tuesday, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. First things first, I went back on, I typed out the script for chapter 25, I got it up to a specific point, and then I got off at 9 and we went to Vaughn's. We picked up some veggies, fish, and bananas, and then I came home. I finished typing out and tweaking chapter 25, and then I printed it out. Okay, so we stopped to eat lunch, and we made the mistake of watching Tiramisu and Fumikiri Jiken, and they both were extremely disgusting, and it's not what I wanted to see, and especially not while I was eating. Oh my god, so many different kinds of regret. So I completely forgot to load the video to YouTube, so I had to wait until like 12:30 to go back on and do it. So between when I got off and when I went back on, I ended up working on the extras. I got through ideas for Fauna and Clotilda, and I caught up with Byron's line art for his profile comic. So like that's the majority of what I did. I ended up scanning and printing out the drafts for Fauna and Clotilda's. So that happened. And then when I went back on at 12:30, I completed the pages. I loaded the video, and then Monica called Mom. She was supposed to call her for Mother's Day, but she forgot. So apparently, Mom's still at the boarding house, and apparently she met a new man. He's a little bit older than her, and he's some white guy. And she says they're falling in love, but as far as I'm concerned, my mom's the kind of person that if you don't know her very well, you'll probably think well of her. But if you know her really, really well, if you've known her for a long while, you'll realize that she's a piece of shit person. So like, I don't see that ending well for her either. But then again, if he's also a, oh, what generation was she? I think she's a boomer. I don't really remember, but I know that my dad was part of the silent generation, so I think my mom's a boomer. If he's also a boomer, then he's also should be a piece of shit too. I'm just kidding. Oh god, I have no idea. I'm not sure because like my dad was pretty pacifistic, and he would let her get away with murder. And I don't know if this new guy would. All I know is that most likely this isn't gonna last because when people get to know my mom, they usually cannot stand her. So yeah. Okay, so Monica called Mom with my phone because my phone needed some usage. I keep getting this message telling me to use my phone, and I am using my phone. Apparently, I'm just not using it hard enough. I guess they changed the minimum of how many times you need to call in order for it to be considered as used. I don't know. Okay, so I ended up getting off, but I realized when I was off that I forgot to print out the last 4 pages of Chapter 23's drafts, and I needed to work on page 7, 8, and 9 in the morning. So I was like, okay, I'll print out page 9 in the morning. So I ended up going to sleep, and when I woke up, I woke up at like I think it was a little bit before 12. I think it was like between 10 and 11. And when I saw that it was 11, I was like, okay, I still have an hour to get up. So I ended up closing my eyes, and when I opened my eyes again, I ended up waking up at a little bit to 2, and I was like, shit, it's already 2. So I jumped up and I worked on printing out page 9. I ended up getting through the pages very quickly because in this specific section, I think it was 2 of the pages, I believe it's either 2 or 3 of the pages have flashbacks. So all I had to do was just skip over all those and just focus on everything else. So that was easy. I got done at 5:30 and I ended up getting off. Meanwhile, I ended up finding out that the next Token Ranbu Kiwame starter is going to be Hachisuka. And I'm kind of mad because I was expecting it to be Kasen. If you're following my personal Tumblr, you already saw me complaining about that. Because like somebody ended up analyzing when someone ended up guesstimating when each Kiwame was going to come out, and like Kasen was the only one who didn't have like an anniversary in any of the following months. Whereas Yamambangiri and Kashu and Hachisuka all had stuff going on during the other months, and like it would have made more sense for them to correspond with their month, but like apparently it's not going to work out like that. So my hope is either A, Kasen is this next one, he's going to be June, or maybe July, but like at worst he'll probably be August, and I don't want that. Kashu and Yamambangiri are really popular, so I figure that those 2 are probably going to be like July and August. I feel like that makes the most sense to me. Other than that, I have no idea. Also, what else is there? I just want to see Kasen's new outfit. That's all I want. What else is there? Okay, so I got off at about like 5:30-ish. I mean, I don't remember if it was like before 5:30 or after 5:30. All I know is that I went back to sleep, and I woke up at 6, kicked Monica out of bed. I ended up completing Byron's profile comic and catching up my journals and planners. So that's pretty much just happened. It's 7 right now. She just went back on to start working on the pages, and I have a couple of things I need to do. Okay, so when I go back on, I'm gonna go back on at 8. I have to focus on all the artwork. First things first, I have to print out pages 10, 11, and 12 for tomorrow because I don't have them yet. I was thinking about starting them early so I don't have to worry about them too much. 2, I have to work on the next Italia request that I got, which is Turkey and Spain. And I have it scanned. I just haven't had a chance to mess with it a little bit because I was supposed to tweak it. I drew too many things in too many places, so I have to like erase some of it and then print it out again in line art. The other thing I need to work on is some of the extras that I have ready to be scanned. I just need to look at the references for them. And one of them is easy. I have it right here. I can just work on it like probably between now and whenever. I don't know if I want to do it now, if I want to do it a little later, because like I also have to do the storyboard for chapter 25. I haven't done that yet. And as soon as I get that done, I can work on the script for 26. So I just need to do that. Oh, is there anything else? Besides scan Byron's comic and give it to Monica later. She won't be able to work on it until like, I don't know if she'll be able to work on it at the end of the day or she'll be able to work on it at the end of the week, because I feel like that makes the most sense to me. Oh, and speaking of week, okay, so apparently, according to Mom, Christina sent our birth certificates to us priority mail. So it makes no sense why we still haven't gotten it yet. I'm so scared. I don't know what to think. Because, like, I'm worried that she sent it to the wrong address. But I'm like, how could she get our address wrong? Like, seriously. Okay, so... what else is there? What else is there? What else I needed to do besides that? I just had that little tangent. Oh, I need to take a shower. When am I going to do that? When am I going to squeeze that in? I figure usually around lunchtime because, like, Monica and I like to go for a walk after lunch. But Monica doesn't like going for walks after taking a shower. So maybe that might be good. We'll go eat lunch, go for a walk, and then take a shower. But we also need to hit North Key. I don't know when we're going to be doing it, today or tomorrow. So that's something that has to happen too. Is there anything else? Besides the storyboard, I think that's virtually it. Cause like everything else is just blanking out. I need references for there's an outfit for Fuyar's profile that I need to look at my old folder of scans from like years ago. I have all these outfits I drew like between high school and college, and like I just need to like pick out an outfit and just stick it on him. A lot of the outfits I drew back then are pretty absurd, so I feel like it makes sense for a pop star to wear. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean the only thing that I want to add to it is like a butt train, because like Fuyar's new outfits have had butt trains. It's just supposed to be the difference between his original form, which I first drew back in high school, versus the live NPC version of him. It has a butt train, so it's supposed to make him look more like a Vocaloid. Is there anything else? No, I think that's virtually it. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Wednesday, but I have to go back to Tuesday really quick, so I ended up finishing the storyboard for chapter 25 at about 8:40, and while I was working on it, I ended up realizing that I skipped like one whole page worth of paper, which means the back and forth, but not necessarily on the same paper. It's just that one side and the other side of two complete different pages were skipped. So technically I skipped an entire page, but I got the whole thing to fit, so I'm happy. After that I went back on and worked on all my straggling artwork, and I scanned Byron's comic. I printed out Fuyar's profile art draft, and then we left at about 9 a.m. and hit Northgate. Much to our horror, back when Target was Kmart, there used to be these annoying little metal shaped children that were climbing the side of the wall. Apparently they put them back on the wall, even though there's technically no room for them. They put them in a row right above the water feature. It looks so stupid. Oh my god. I have no idea what the artistic value it is of those things. They don't even look realistic children. They look like little like flat paper cutout children, and they're bent in a position to climb. It looks so dumb. It's like 3 kids and a dog. It's so dumb. Okay, so we picked up a couple of bottles on the way to and from Northgate, as well as more water. And then we got home, we ate lunch. I colored in the first 2 pages of the 3 pages we were doing today. And then we ended up watching, while we were eating lunch, what's it called? Rokuhodo? That's what it's called. I keep calling it Dad Cafe and Captain Tsubasa, and they're both extremely hype. I enjoyed these way more than yesterday's. Oh my god. After we took a shower, I finally used the dander shampoo again, because I was trying to avoid it because it has a chemical in it that makes your hair fall out a little bit. and like I feel like my hair just needed it. My hair's just way too greasy, so my hair actually feels clean and it's nice and thick and fluffy again. Like before, when I was just using the other shampoo, it was constantly greasy and disgusting. So yeah, I ended up leaving the shower first because we always take a shower together. I got out first and I updated my journals and planners. I went back on, I finished pages 7 and 8. I got to page 9 a little bit later from Monica, and then I ended up finishing all 3 pages before 4. And then I worked a bit more on Fouillard's profile picture, but I didn't end up scanning. I just left it there to be scanned the next day. And then we got really frustrated with our mail situation because Monica keeps checking the mail and there's still nothing in it. So Monica ended up contacting Christina again, but Christina didn't reply because she was at work. I didn't get to read her reply until like somewhere between like 8 and 9. I ended up reading as she basically said, I sent the letter, I sent the birth certificate's priority mail. I also paid for confirmation. If it's not there, then they lost it, and go figure yourselves out, pretty much. And it just made me so annoyed because it's just like we've been trying to get these birth certificates since. You probably heard me complaining about this on Twitter, but we've been trying to get these birth certificates since February, and like our entire vacation schedule was around it because we were expecting from the earliest first week of the vacation between February and March, we were expecting to go to the DMV with those birth certificates. But she kept putting off sending them to us. In fact, she didn't send them to us until April when we were no longer on the main vacation. And so we were like, okay, so it absolutely had to be May. We hoped that when she sent them on April 17th, it would show up sometime before or during Eurovision so that we can go to the DMV, and they never showed up. So now we're in this situation where we're going to have to use Tiffy's outlet. I think it's called Micah's Way, to get free birth certificates, so that way we can go and renew our ID cards. It's just, oh my god, it's so annoying. I just want to scream. Because like what's annoying about this for me personally is that Micah's Way is located somewhere in Santa Ana, and we don't have a car. That means we have to blow bus passes to get there, and we don't know if we should blow a month pass on it or not. I feel like we might as well just go ahead and blow the whole month pass, because like if they need us to come over multiple times, then we're gonna need to keep using the month pass, because I don't want to have to keep wasting all of our individual day passes. We need to save those for other occasions. It's just so fucking annoying. Okay, and like the worst part is that we would have to ask them to please take us on anywhere between like Thursdays through Saturdays, because like I can't take off time on the pages anymore. I already used up all my my vacation days. I don't have any more vacation days for the rest of the year. That means that like I'm planning on changing my schedule in January, so that way we can at least get like the last week of every month off, so we can focus on catching up everything that's behind and get some much needed rest, because like I'm constantly waking up like earlier than I need to. It's just such a pain in the ass. So God, I wish I hadn't started the story. I wish I had just like forgotten about it completely. The thing is that I already know where the story is going. It makes no sense not to just do it from beginning to end, because I know the whole entire plot like backwards and forwards. So like that's one of the main reasons why I did it. Other than that, I feel like I can't do that. I can't take time off of it, because just during the time that I took time off, I lost so much money. So it's just like I can't take any more time off of it. I need to keep doing this, and just pray to God that the money goes back up, because like it's just been going down like since I think it was since November. It just started descending. I figured because during the holiday season, people didn't have money to keep giving anymore, and like Ho-Hum Deedum's over. I'm not making any more off of ad revenue. I'm gonna be pretty much like radio silence for like up until the sequel starts running. So like I'm completely all about the sequel at the moment. I'm just so fucking annoyed. Okay, so yeah. I couldn't sleep after reading Christina's message, so I went back on. I printed out the last 3 pages of chapter 23. I worked on them. I finished them, but I didn't start line arting them until like 4, because like I got tired at 11:30. I got off, and then I woke up at 4. I finished the pages. I printed them out, and then I started line arting them. And I finished line arting them by the time that Monica was done with breakfast. I was assembling them. I finished the first 2 while we were eating breakfast, because there was nothing to watch. So she was pretty much just watching me working on the pages. I finished pages, I think they were 10, 11. or is it 11 and 12? I think it was 11 and 12. I finished pages 11 and 12, and then I ended up putting them on the cartridge for her, and then we went to Vaughn's together. So that happened. We picked up a few things that we ran out of, except for bananas. We completely forgot about the bananas. Okay, so when we got back, I ended up passing the pages off to Monica. I completed my 4th Italia request, so that's in the queue. It's queued for the 6th of June. And then all I have left is Warren and Ivy's for the baton pass and the countdown baton pass, and I need to like think. I need to look at her pictures again, because like I can't remember what all the details of her outfit used to be. I think I drew them right off the top of my head, but I don't really know. So I need to edit that first and then color through it. I also need to do Flora's family, because like that is like the most complicated of all of them, because there's a ton of characters in it. There's like a total of like 7 characters in it, I think. No, there's like 8. Okay, there's 8 characters in it, because like 5 of them are dotems, so I need to like figure that out. And then I need to do Shasta and Marie. I haven't line arted them yet. I have already scanned Agnes. I already scanned Fuyar. I just haven't edited through Agnes, and I haven't turned Fuyar into a file, as I don't remember turning him into a file. I think I might have, but it's been a while. I have to go back on my my cartridge and look. I feel like I remember coloring in Doti in the Fuyar picture, so I have to think about that. Other than that, I have all those I need to do, and not to mention all the waiting fanner. I have Namazuo, Seishin, who's already scanned. I just need to edit him. Scheherazade and Hakuei, who need to be edited and reprinted out. I feel like Hakuei looks like she's the most done, so I can probably finish her first. And then, what else is there? I think that's virtually it as far as that goes. I'm not really sure about anything else. But, the next, request picture goes up, like, tomorrow, so, like, what's also annoying me is that according to Tiffy, our apartment recertification thing is supposed to be tomorrow. We have an appointment tomorrow to recertify our apartment, and we haven't gotten the letter for that yet. So we were thinking about talking to Becky about that, our manager, and saying that even though she sent us the letter, we still haven't gotten it yet. We're waiting for so much mail, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, okay, so like I said, I finished that picture. I also edited Byron's profile comic, so that's ready for Monica to color over the weekend. All I have left is, like I said, Warren, Ivy, and Station, which are all the ones that are just sitting and ready. I got off at 10 just now to take a break. It should be time for lunch at the moment, and I just caught up my journals and planners, so I'm recording audio. I think in 2 more days, this is a 4th recording, so in 2 more days I have to start editing all these. Lately I've taken to just editing them all in one shot, because it's just faster instead of just doing 3 and then waiting to do 3 again. I feel like I have more time to do things now. I don't have to worry about the whole Humditum chapters going up. But I know that as soon as the Live NPC ones start running, I'm going to have to add those to my schedule too. I'm just like, ugh. Is there anything else? No, that's virtually it. Alright, then I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. So, I ended up catching up my journals and planners. I completed the liner for Fuyar's profile. I scanned it. I ended up setting up Byron's profile comic, and then I ended up completing the 4th Hetalia request that I got. So that's been queued, and I figured since all I have left is Warren and Ivy to end all the May queue, I ended up working on them, but not right away. I ended up eating lunch. We crashed. I woke up at 1, and then I worked on Warren, Ivy, Dodo, and Doso, and then I ended up switching over to the pages. I ended up working on the pages, and I ended up getting them all completely done. And once I was done, I stopped at 4, and then we went for a long walk, and we collected various bottles and cans. We found a dime, and then when we got home, I ended up revising my idea for chapter 26. So I'm definitely doing that today if I get a free moment. I want to have that thing printed out before the end of this week. I don't know if I'll be able to though, because like I have like today, Friday and Saturday to myself, so I can work on it. But I don't want to be working on it while I'm working on stuff for I don't want to be working on it while I'm working on stuff for chapter 2024. So that's an issue. Okay, so I went to bed, woke up at 4. I went straight to work on completing whatever was not finished of the pages, because like I didn't get to put text on that even though I ended up finishing the artwork. So then after where we ate breakfast, there was something to watch, so we just sat in the bedroom. And then we went for a super long walk again. We took a slightly different route. We found a whole bunch of bottles. We got back at 8:30, and then we ran into Becky in the parking structure, and she asked me if I ever ended up finding the recertification letter. And I didn't understand what she was saying because she was kind of mumbling. I was so tired from the walk. So like we asked her to clarify. She said that our recertification appointment is today at 10. I was like, shoot. Because like yesterday when I went down to get I went to go check the mail, I asked her about it. She said that it wouldn't be a letter mailed out, it would be on the door. So Monica checked through all of our stuff to see if we had gotten anything from the door, because like every time we get a door letter, we usually end up just putting it in this pile, and like Monica flipped through it and couldn't find anything that was relative to it, so we didn't end up seeing it. So she asked, okay, what do we need to bring? And Becky acted like we didn't need to bring anything, like she had everything. And I'm like, I don't know about that, because last year Laura needed like 6 months worth of bank statements. So I'm going to go on in a moment and try to download the PDFs for that. So right now I think it should be at least like almost 9, because we got home at about like 8:40. So it should almost be 9. So if it's at 10 or 10:30, we should be going down soon. So I'm going to try to bring that. I don't know if there's anything else I need to bring. I did get something in the mail recently, but I don't know if I should really bring that along, because last time Laura didn't seem to care about it, so maybe not, I'm not sure. Alrighty then, so this is what I'm doing today. I want to finish Warren and Ivy. I want to write the chapter 24 script. I want to complete the extras I have that have been sitting around for the entire week because I've been too busy to work on them. It's basically the remaining stuff for chapter 4. I have 2 for chapter 4. It was a comic and a picture, and I just need to work on the minor details for that and then scan them and line art them. I hope I can get that done this week. Oh my god, because I want that out of the way. I also need to research for chapter 3, and there's also something for chapter what chapter was it? Oh, it was chapter 6, I think it is. There's an extra for chapter 6 that I have left over on a notepad. I need to print out, or I need to look at it. So I need to look at all those things. I haven't had a chance to. Monica's working on coloring in Fouillard's profile. It's not that complex. I could technically finish that picture today. I also need to think of an actual comic for Fouillard's profile, because like I'm not 100% sure about what I want him to do. I don't know if I want it to be simple or not, because like I feel like even though I'm very impartial to all the characters, I definitely feel like I can definitely identify with Fouillard the most as being the character that had a transition from the first story to the second story. So I'm trying to figure out what would be a good thing for him, because like I don't want it to seem like I'm overhyping up the character. That's the danger of liking a character, is you run the risk of overhyping them when technically they could also be seen as nothing special. So I'm trying to think of something. All I think I think of is just doing the just having him just be blank faced about it. No, that's as much as I can think of. I cannot think of anything else. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday really quick. Okay, so while we were waiting to go into the apartment recertification appointment, I ended up just being on the computer for a while, organizing my files from like 9 to 10, and then we left, and that went pretty smoothly. We signed a whole bunch of different things. The only thing Becky said was that she needs Monica to get her the statement that she has for May, and then I ended up encouraging Monica to call and get it. So at the time, the Social Security was doing callback, so she got a call back, and she talked to the person about getting her the statement for that month. I hope that's what works out. I'm afraid that it might not work out, because she didn't tell them she needed May for this month, May 1st. So Becky says she had until November to get it, so if things go wrong, we can always just fix it. After that, we ate lunch. We watched Comic Girls. This episode was the first half of the episode was about the main character getting glasses, and ever since I watched that episode, my eyes have been hurting. And like I don't know why. I figure it's because I was starting to feel like I vision conscious because like I had glasses as a kid, but like because I was growing faster than my glasses, I got fed up with them because like they would get too small after a point. My parents would expect me to keep wearing them even though they were too small for me. And so like I was so fucking fed up with them. I just let them sit in the bottom of my drawer. I can't remember the last time I bought glasses. I think it was like sometime in I'm gonna say at the flying guess say between fifth and sixth grade. And, like I feel like I really need them now. I'm no longer growing, so like I can deal with it. I last pair of glasses I had was reading glasses from Dollar Tree, and they kept giving me a headache, and that's because my so it's my right eye from my perspective, but from your perspective it'd probably be my left eye. So my right eye has always been like I don't want to say cloudy. It's never been perfectly clear. I have like myopia in that eye. It's like it's a little short, so it doesn't come out perfectly clear. And I feel like I end up every time I put on the reading glasses I got from Dollar Tree, it gives me a headache because of that specific eye. That eye needs a very super specific lens to make it clear. And I'm hoping that maybe now that I'm older, my eyes are no longer of changing and as drastically as they were when I was little. That now it's a good time to actually get professional glasses, because like I'm tired of straining my eyes, and my eyes have gotten so much strain from the time that when I was taking care of Dad, he would always want the room to be dark all the time, and I was always straining to see in the dark, and I would have this flashlight, and the flashlight would help me do my work, and like I'm wondering if now is a good time to like try to fix that, because like I feel like I recently, ever since my eyes started hurting yesterday, I've been wanting to keep the room dark, and I don't know if that's been helping. What we ended up doing after we watched the episode, we went down to the Anaheim Plaza, and I took my sunglasses with me, and my sunglasses kind of helped a little bit, but I don't really know if that's what was helping, if it was my sunglasses or the fact that wind was blowing in my eyes, and that kind of helped my eyes out a little bit. But the pain that was in my eyes just kind of like subsided a bit. So we headed to the plaza, we visited Daiso, they moved a lot of things around, but other than that, it hasn't really changed all that much. We hit Walmart, and we picked up more chicken and egg rolls. And then we got home. I completed Fuyar's profile picture. The issue with that is that when I was fixing up a solid version, the file got corrupted and it got stuck in the spot where it was, and I couldn't move it. It was like, you're not the administrator, you can't do anything with this. It's gone now, because like when I logged in this morning, the file disappeared. So I figured it realized I was the administrator, so I got rid of the file. Other than that, I have copies of that picture, so it's on his main profile thing. So just its standalone file is different. The actual file where it's already on the profile thing has already been saved. So it's on the profile template. So yeah, I kind of feel like the picture came out kind of to me, but the majority of it's going to be covered up by the graphics of the profile and everything. So yeah, it's passing as far as I'm concerned. So I didn't really need his profile done right away, which is the awkward part, because like he doesn't show up until like chapter 18. So I feel like, was it 17? I can't remember, 17 or 18. He shows up in one of the two chapters. When he shows up is when his profile becomes relevant. So like I'm already knocking him out because I just had the picture available. What I really need to fill in the gaps between him and everybody else, which is I think Byron was the last one for this volume, is Agnes, Harbor, Giselle, and Fauna. Those are the ones I need to do. And I haven't even started to think about what I want to do for Agnes and Harbor and Giselle. I had like general ideas, but they felt so flat. And I kind of want them to be more interesting than what they were in the previous one, because the previous one, when I drew them, it was literally their first pictures ever, and like it was on the wallpaper, so like people kind of remember them from the wallpaper. Let's see. Then at the same time, if you weren't reading the Smack Jeeves version, you probably didn't even see the wallpaper version of them, because like the wallpaper was only specific to Smack Jeeves. Okay, so what was the last thing we said? All right, so I got back, I finished his picture. And then I ended up printing out non-photo blue line art for the second extra for chapter 7, and then the first and half extra for chapter 6. I say half because like the spread leaks into the next page, and it has something else on it. So like I'm in the process of lining arting those. I don't remember what time I went to bed. I think it was like almost 6 or 7, but like I woke up this morning at like 4:30, and I ended up going back to work on whatever was available. Um, I completed the line art and scanned and set up and gave Monica the second extra for chapter 7, so that's done. I was in the middle of doing the one for chapter 6, but I haven't done that yet. I'll figure out when I get back on, I'll do that, as well as print out some of the drafts. I printed out some of the drafts yesterday, but I only printed out, I think it was like at least 5 individual files, and then I have to do like the remaining 7. So that's on my to-do list. I don't know if I want to do that now because like this is a 6th audio recording. That means I have to unload the phone and work on this also. And I feel like the best thing I could possibly do is maybe work on the drafts and that while doing that at the same time. But at the same time, the liner wouldn't be as long. So my hope is to do something like this: work on the liner while editing the audio, scanning and editing the line art while editing the audio, and then possibly like switching over to the drafts after that, or switching over to Station because he's been sitting around and nothing's happened to him. So I'm trying to decide what's the best case scenario there. I also need to finish Warren, Ivy, Dodo, and Do, so I have no background idea for that. I want it to be like a solid color, but then I think about it, I'm like every picture has, I think, should have some type of floral like appearance to it or in some way. So I don't know. I guess I'll try to go with something like that instead, because I know I had ideas for flowers being in Agnes and Marie's specific one, but I haven't thought about what's going to be in Fuyar and Flora and Warren Ivy. So I have to think about that. I'm probably gonna have to go to Google Image Search to get some inspiration or something. Oh, alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.